Good morning, Cleveland Hill, my awesome artists. I am working really hard to figure this out, so this is my first one. Um, Welcome to my online art classroom. I have a really fun lesson prepared for you, which is for our artists who can draw. Now, look, I get it. If you are not the kind of kid that thinks you can draw, this lesson is for everybody. And every single one of you will have unique results, even though you're doing the same lesson. So let's get started. First, you need a few things to do this lesson. Easy peasy. A sharpened number 2 or any type of pencil you have in your house, and a piece of paper. It could be regular, white, plain computer paper, any size you want. I'm going to use a really small one. This is about 4 by 6. You can even use lined paper and a pen if that's what you have at your house. But pencil tends to work best to start with. So we're going to do something called a Zentangle. And a Zentangle is a way to relax and make art just by using very basic elements of art. For example, when you were in elementary school, you learned about the basic elements of art, and line is one of them. So you can make the most fantastic drawings just by using different types of lines. Now, hopefully you did your homework and you did page 1 of your art book, and there were three arrows pointing to serif text, script, and sans serif text. The sans serif was the plain, the serif was the fancy, and the script was the cursive. So hopefully you did your homework, and that will help you with this lesson. But if you didn't, I'll help you anyway. So let's get started. First things first, I'm going to go in screen, so now you see me twice. But we're going to use our little overhead projector to see some paper. So I will do the best I can with our screen. Hopefully you can see that pretty well. The first step is you're going to take your pencil and you're going to make 4 dots in the corner. Now you can arrange your paper any way you want. You can do it this way or this way. And then all you're going to do is connect those dots. You don't have to worry. So then what you're going to do is you're going to take your pencil and just connect those dots with some lines. Notice my lines are a little wiggly, and that's okay. So our next thing that we're going to do on the directions, step by step, how to do a Zentangle, is I added just a little flair by having you do a first initial or a last initial of your name. And you can do it in script, you can do it in sans serif, you can do it in serif, whatever is best for you. And you can put it anywhere on here. So I'm going to choose a P for Peters, and I can put it right in the middle. I could put it up here. I could put it down here. It could be a capital or lowercase p, whatever you prefer. So I'm going to put my P here, and I am using sans serif text. There's no fancy to it, but feel free to choose whatever text you want or typeface to make your Zentangle. Next, we are going to divide the space any which way you want into 10 spaces bigger than, I would say, your thumbnail. All right, here we go. So if I make a line, a curved line from here to here, this is space 1 and this is space 2. I'm going to do a zigzag line, 1, 2, 3. So we have 7 to go. Let's do this. 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Sometimes students ask if their letter can be a space 2. If you choose, yes, it can be, as long as it's bigger than your thumb or your thumbnail. I'm okay with that for credit. So we have 5, 6, 7. It's okay if you go outside the lines. 8. Oh, it's getting tricky now. 9 and 10. So now we have 10 spaces. You can count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, now our next step on our directions were to fill each one of these spaces, these clearly defined spaces, with different types of lines. So that's what we're going to do. Now, if you're not sure what types of lines are going to work, in your art book for 6th grade, there are some really cool pages. Like here's our Elements of Art page. And on the back of it, which is page 8, you could see that there's broken, wavy, vertical, straight, varied, tapered, diagonal, zigzag, thin, thick, dotted. There's lots of different lines for art. There's even more on page 11. There's some really cool lines on page 13. And if you flip through your book a little bit more, you will see some super cool lines on page 19 and hatched and crosshatched lines on page 20. So we can use any of these, or you can make up your own. So let's have some fun and get started with our drawing. And I will keep this handy just in case we need it. So what we're going to do is we're going to pick a space and we're going to use our pencil and we're going to fill that space with some lines. So I'm going to choose vertical for this space and I'm just going to evenly fill that space. Now, did I fill the space? Right? Is it done? No, it's not. I got to do all this. So if you just choose one line to do your space, you can make it a little bit more interesting if you choose. Notice no ruler. Some of you like rulers. If you want a ruler, you can do it, but you don't need one to do this assignment unless you want it. If you want to color in every other space, I highly recommend you wait till we get to the Sharpie phase of this assignment. So we have vertical lines here. All right, next line we can pick. Let's do some perpendicular lines. So perpendicular line is a line where it has a straight line that's going across horizontally and a line that's going up. So you have two right angles here. Well, let's fill this space. It's kind of weird looking. It's kind of like a bird face. Let's fill this space with different perpendicular lines going in all directions. Let's give it a try. So we'll do line over, line up, line over, line up, line over, line up, line over, line up. Let's kind of make it a neat pattern. Line over, line up, line over, line up, line over, line up. All right, that looks pretty cool. And you could fill the spaces even smaller with our perpendicular lines. Now, I just went over and up. You could do it on an angle if you really wanted. And over, line up. Now, is it filled up? You'll know if it's filled up. Looking at my screen, I kind of want to add one more right here just to fill it up. But if you put your thumb in there and you can see that sections are not covered, fill it up. That's how you're going to get all your credit, and that's how you make some really neat patterns, by filling that space. All right, so talking about patterns, one thing would be really cool if I'm going to fill this space right here, so I'll connect there. What I want to do is I'm going to do a zigzag line, just kind of a random zigzag. Looks like a broken eggshell. And then I'm going to do a dotted line. And I'm going to do a zigzag and a dotted line and a zigzag and continue to the space. So what I'd like you to do today for your lesson is I would like you to finish this whole space except for the border. You choose if you want to add extra lines for the letter. That is up to you. I'm going to have my letter blank so it'll stand out. In our next lesson, when I see you in a couple days, I would like to see all of your spaces filled in. That's what you're going to submit on Google Classroom. And our next lesson is we are going to make our awesome Zentangle and fill it all in with markers and color it in and make it beautiful. So I hope you have a great day. Thanks for tuning in. You've been an awesome group of artists. I can't wait to see what you come up with. And I hope you have a great week. Thank you. I'll see you soon. Show me your awesome artwork, what you came up with. Zentangle Art. You can do it. Signing off, Mrs. Peters. Have a great day.